It's 3-0 versus 2-1. A good early season battle as we're underway in Week 4. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. This defense for the Vikings, they played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. They'll try and pick it up by running the action to the right. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. Touchdown, Chicago. Justin Fields with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Bears need just 3 plays to go down and take the early lead. This is going the other way. So after the block PAT, they're ready to kick this one off. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. They'll begin on the ground with Akers. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Now Cousins. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And now it's 3rd and 4. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact,
he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And they will score. A pick 6 for a Bears touchdown. CD, what a sensational start for this defense. Instead of just forcing the 3 and out, which they were about to do, they pick it off and take it in for the score.
Yeah, I mean, they didn't just settle for the standard good way to start a game. They started in dramatic fashion.
A very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. Today, it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here, as it'll be the Chicago Bears taking on the Minnesota Vikings. It's 3-0 versus 2-1, a good early season battle as we're underway in week 4. And this is going to be returned from the middle. And look at this. Right away, a loose football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And it'll be 1st and goal at the 7-yard line. So that a nightmarish start to a football game as they give the ball away on the opening kickoff.
And they put their defense in a bind right away. They have to go into protect mode.
1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Now Fields going to throw on the first play. Buying time to his left. And he will not throw it away. He goes out of bounds, well shy of the line of scrimmage, so that's a sack. A bad start there, a big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's 2nd down. And now what the heck is this? A punt formation from the red zone? And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. This defense for the Bears, they were strong last week, CD, and that went over New England.
And how'd you like to be the quarterback reviewing the game tape from last week and seeing this defense on the spot on almost every snap? If the ball was in the air, they took it away. If the ball was popped free, they picked it up. 5 takeaways in last week's game.
And he'll be out of bounds. Line. 7 yards there at a 1st down. Back to throw here. And his throw here's incomplete. The Vikings had 2-1 now to start the campaign. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. They'll set up the screen here to Akers. Fighting through it, he's got space. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 17 yards, 1st down, Vikings. Again, he'll drop to throw. Flush to his right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down. They'll go with Akers here up the middle. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. They'll look to throw. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. He's to the 15. And they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown. Well, for the offense, it looked like that drive had the makings of something good. They were starting to hit a groove, but the defense clearly had other ideas, not only to force the turnover, but to handle the scoring themselves.
Yeah, no panic in their eyes, was their partner? Think about it this way. A Hall of Fame coach once told me the best characteristic he liked out of his teams was that they didn't flinch. This group, they got pushed back in an early series, kept their composure, and made a big play that swung the momentum their way.
And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere.
Now a diving effort right sideline. He's got it. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
He may go back to the home, have a little discussion with his passer. You know, maybe you don't have to leave me quite that much. But on that play, he bailed him out in a big way, didn't he?
He did indeed. Hey, and he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Back to throw. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 43. A give up the middle to Akers. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling, and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Going right back to Akers. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Montez Sweat, the man that time to fight in and drop him. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here, picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. Touchdown, Vikings! T.J. Hockenson. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Vikings are an extra point away from evening this one up. Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And I would say they went 3 and out last time, but actually they didn't even get to 3 and out. Still a strange decision to us here in the booth.
Yeah, let's hope they don't go 1 and out, but maybe, possibly, let's try and think with them here. Try and play field position maybe, turn the ball over, put it in the hands of their defense. Who knows?
You're a nice man. On 2nd down, here's Fields. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. 7-7, our score after one. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. This is caught by Addison. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. He'll look to throw. Looking for Addison again, and he's got him again. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His 2nd catch in a row, 1st down. He'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. A big loss there of about 7 yards on 1st and goal, so now it's 2nd down. From the shotgun, here's a give to Akers. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Cam Akers, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Vikings have taken the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. It's been an awfully slow start for them. This is their 3rd possession. They don't have a 1st down yet.
So that means they have to change up what they're doing, and for some teams, it's a change in tempo, usually moving it to more up-tempo type of an offense, just to try and change their fortunes right now. What they've been doing so far isn't working. Maybe they'll do that. And not that the coach asked me, but I do like the call there to start the drive, looking for something maybe to jumpstart this offense. And they decide to run a little screen play, or maybe give their running back a little bit of space. Mission accomplished. He turns that into good yardage and a quick 1st down.
And he will be taken down here, but another big gain on the ground to start the drive. This one good for 16, and yet again a 1st down.
Well, CD, a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his 1st step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. On 1st down, Fields steps away to his left. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down. Fields now to throw. Flushed out right. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Bears are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Santos with the extra point, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to seeing all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
They'll set up a throw. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down. They'll set up to throw. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. T.J. Watt, the All-Pro, in there to take him down. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. Looking to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. The pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on first down, then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback, because that was awfully close.
Now back to throw. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
And on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. With it is Jackson. A 45-yard punt, 4 there on the return. And it'll be 1st and 10 Bears from deep in their own territory. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior, big on big.
And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety.
The goal was a score just before the break, but I'm not sure that a safety was how they expected to do it. But give the defenders credit. They saw how the series was starting out, and I think it increased their intensity. This was their chance to make a huge play before the half, and all they needed was one play to get it done.
And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. 2nd and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Akers. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. They'll get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. They'll look to throw now on first down. This one caught. It's the tight end, Hawkinson. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Dancing to his left. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
And darn right, they did something to disrupt that timing.
That's out to the flat for Akers. And the Vikings are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. He'll drop to throw. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown as the first half is winding down.
And the Vikings will extend their lead here just before halftime.
Extra point right down the middle. And that makes this a 9-point game.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively off fit. Down the numbers. There he goes. And how about that for just running out the clock? Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
They run the option here on 1st and 10.
And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash, this from 53. Santos' kick is up and through, and that will do it for this first half. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
Boy, 30 more yards and another first down.
I think this defense was still trying to recover from that last play, so you wonder if they were ready for this one. You have to imagine their defensive coaches are yelling at them to get focused, because if they don't, more plays like that will result in giving up points.
And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown.
Justin Fields
with his 14th touchdown of the year, second of the game.
And the Bears have tied the ball game with a chance to take the lead.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that will put them on top here in the third. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent, still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
2nd and 6. Escaping the pressure right. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Understanding he's just down one possession, trying to make something happen by extending the play, but the coverage downfield was excellent. He escaped and bought some time, but that one goes incomplete.
And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down.
They'll run for it with Akers.
And he's going to have the 1st down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. Back to throw now on 1st down. And incomplete on the deep ball.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
He lets one go deep for Addison.
And this will be caught at the 30. A big play there for Minnesota. And even 40 yards. So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10.
They'll give this to Akers running right.
Dances by him. Evades the tackler, and now some space. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
59 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Now that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play.
Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
Under pressure, they got him again.
Multiple rushers break through to drop him for the 7th time this game.
So maybe just a momentary setback on what's been a great drive so far, but 2nd and 13 here. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Finds his tight end Oliver here outright.
And the Vikings are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
They'll look to throw here. And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line.
Not the 1st and goal play they drew up. Multiple defenders in to bring him down to the ground.
2nd and goal from the 6 this time.
On the handoff, it's Akers.
And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
I have to laugh a little bit because he actually handed it off. I thought with the 2 touchdown passes he's thrown in this one already, he'd go ahead and fling and try and get a 3rd one.
Yeah, now from this spot on 3rd down, I think he'd probably throw it here.
Yeah, I don't think there's any question about it.
There's Hawkinson in the end zone. Touchdown, Vikings.
A great effort there. A beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game.
And the Vikings have retaken a 3rd quarter lead.
They'll try and throw for it. And unable to connect. They don't get the two-point conversion here. So unable to throw it in for two from the two. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a two-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
Here we go.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not. Either.
You're exactly right about that, partner, and I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football, but that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
On 1st and 10, here's Fields.
And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
These two teams, you may remember, they met up at Soldier Field earlier this season with the Bears winning that one. So if they can win here in Minnesota, they get a sweep of the season series. On 2nd and 10, Fields. And this throw incomplete. The defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
They run with McCaffrey off the option.
And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the 1st down. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
And from the 34, here's 2nd and 4.
They'll look to throw.
Complete to Addison on the out route.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 19 yards there on the catch and run. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. He'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced it.
Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And the return across midfield and to the 46-yard line. They'll start by running the option to the right. Nifty move. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. The keeper there turning into a big play of 23 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, Most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
Now it's 2nd and 10. Now it's Fields.
Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Here we go, Zach.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. They're just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
Fields on 1st down. And this is incomplete. Very lucky to get that one back. That nearly picked. It's 2nd down now. From the gun, here's Fields.
Eluding the pressure right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields.
And that is caught, but he will come down out of bounds, says this. Incomplete.
So that challenge not successful there, and that's going to cost him the first of his timeouts.
Santos' kick is up and through.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and it'll be 2nd down. Back to throw. And this one's incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
They'll set up the screen here to Akers.
And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down.
Boy, that one was well read defensively, and this is all about diagnosis as a safety and being decisive because he saw it setting up in front of him, able to knife through there and make the play.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to at least make it a 5-point cushion. And this one is right down Broadway.
Charles, even as long field goals become more and more common, this is still a very rarefied air. Only just over 20 field goals have been kicked from 60 yards or further, and you can add his name to the list now.
And as calm as he tried to present himself, there's no doubt there were some nerves as he lined up to attempt that kick. But once the ball was snapped, he just swept the leg and boom, over the crossbar.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But also have to remember, they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. That one checks all the boxes, doesn't it? You get the first down, check. Get out of bounds, stop the clock, check.
Though, how about one last check? Keep your quarterback from getting hit. That's a big check.
Yeah, check there as well. Good call.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. There he goes again. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Late game, that hurts. Take the touchdown off the board.
No doubt about it, and this is where you make a great movie scene, right? Go in, rally the team. Okay, we lost points there. Let's get it back and go out and score again. Can he get it done?
Now he's into the clear again. Inside the 10.
And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
Brutal, so take away the long touchdown.
It's a cruel game sometimes, partner.
Here's 1st down. Fields going to keep it once more.
And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it. But it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
Nothing open downfield. They went underneath.
Yeah, see if you can get it to your running back. See if you can make someone miss in the open field.
The sound reverberating here in the dome. This is 3rd down. Here's Fields. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to get out of bounds with the 1st down. So that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the first and save a timeout.
Now a draw play to McCaffrey.
And he maneuvers up the middle for 3. And it's 2nd down.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Back to throw. Fields.
He was unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
It makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
That is caught and brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
2 timeouts still available in this final minute. It's 1st and 10 now.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push.
Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans.
And I do believe this is going to wind up a safety. It is. It's a safety. How about that for a wacky play? Wow, what a disaster. You talk about a guy making a good play on the interception and then just trying to be too cute on the return.
It almost felt like his own gyroscope really got out of whack, didn't it? Going backwards into your own end zone after such a great play. Totally disoriented and gave up 2 points for his team.
And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. And they'll run the option to start the drive. And he'll have a 1st down, but a great tackle there keeps him from getting to the boundary.
Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game.
Remember, the 1 timeout still available as they come up 1st and 10. Now Fields.
Flush to his right. Wide open receiver, complete. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And the gamble fails. It's incomplete. Well, there's two sides here. I guess you could pinpoint and look at the offense and say, oh, man, what a disaster. Hey, the defense, though, they came through.
Preparation's the key to everything. And when
they get to the football. It's blocked. It's picked up. A live ball here, remember. So the final seconds.